Ladies and gentlemen, everyone here, welcome. This is likely to be the last rally outside Faraday Street, outside SHAC, the Student Housing Action Cooperative, because we know from unofficial sources that in a number of hours, within the next few hours, the Sheriff's Office do plan to raid this institution behind me here and to forcibly evict the students, the homeless students who have been living here for the last 5 months, who have made it their home. And now is the time for us to call on a resistance against this eviction. SHAC has planned, and SHAC is willing and ready to resist, to make a point that has not yet been made, to make a point that people living on the street, people living under the poverty line, people living on low incomes can take action themselves, can take the initiative and can meet their own needs. And to make the point that when that occurs, as it has occurred here, institutions like the university have the moral responsibility to stand up and support that initiative. Not to beat it down with bureaucratic reason, not to beat it down with false pretense, not to beat it down with intimidation and standover tactics. The people who live in this house have taken the initiative to meet their own needs. This house was empty for 3.5 years in the midst of the worst rental affordability crisis this city has ever seen. And they have the temerity to tell us, to criminalize us, to say this building is unsafe, this building is needed for other uses, this building is unavailable, when they know that 220 of their own students are homeless. That is the act of moral cowardice. That is an act that lacks vision. That is an act that has no dream behind it. They do not dream large. They count beans. We know that in the next few hours many more will be here to support us as we resist this eviction, to make these points clear to the public, to the university, and to all of our supporters, that we will not be moved, we will not be swayed, we will not simply walk out and walk away from a point that we've been trying to make for 5 months and which it seems nobody has yet heard. So I encourage all of you who support SHAC to get down here over the next couple of hours to resist this eviction, to resist the attempt of the Sheriff's Office to remove us from this building, to make a point about equality in our society, to make a point about equity with access to higher education, to make a point about homelessness. Come down and defend SHAC.